Can you ship a quota bag? Does your Paris profile actually link to your US profile? You asked, and I took my assignment very seriously, went out and got you the answers. Okay. Finny, do you want to come up here too? Do you want to come up? Okay, you get comfy cozy. I'm coming in today, as promised, with an updated Hermes Q&A. You asked more questions, I have more answers. Question number 1 is specific to your sort of like bigger city flagship store. So I shop at the Rodeo Drive location in Los Angeles in Beverly Hills. I think this is, the person who asked me this question is from New York. The question is, has quota spend in order to get a Birkin or Kelly increased? And I think it, to be honest, I think it has. I have spent, with my last haul, which I'll be posting that video after this, I just filmed it. I will be wearing the same shirt, don't come for me. But my spend to date right now is probably 2 to 1 since my last quota bag. And I put the pressure on my essay this time because it's been like a year and a half and I'm starting to feel impatient. So I think it is safe to say that the spend at stores where there is a lot of competition, the pre-spend has gone up. I have a few friends who we've had like some success at spending like maybe like 1.5 times what a Birkin now costs and then getting offered something. But I think overall people are seeing at these larger stores that you just have to put in more to get that quota bag. It's competitive. There's more stores being opened, so it is what it is. Question number 2. People have asked, okay, so your system is linked, right? Your spend profile, they can see it in Paris once your shopping profile comes up there, which I talk about in my how to get a leather appointment in Paris video. If you're interested in that, please check it out. But I have confirmed and personally seen my spend history come up in Paris at the Sèvres store after I had made a purchase. So the system's linked after you made a transaction there. They weren't able to see me immediately. It took like 24 hours essentially. However, there have been like a lot of rumors swirling for the last year about systems linking the other way, right? So like, can your SA now see what you've done in Paris? I think there's a lot of misinformation floating around, but I am here to tell you because I saw it with my own eyes. The last time I went in and I saw my SA, I point blank asked him. I was like, hey man, are we at a point now where I've spent enough money to like start thinking about bags? Point blank, because that's the kind of relationship we have. I think they will never openly tell you that when you just start shopping with someone, but I've now been shopping with him for 2 years, so we've built a rapport. He's very sweet. And I would say I wouldn't recommend asking that point blank to your sales associate unless you feel like you've got that kind of relationship. So when I asked him this, he was like, well, let's pull up your profile. And I watched him scroll through my whole Rolodex of what I've purchased since my last quota bag. It arranges for them since quota, right? So like your count resets automatically, it looks like. They can have filters where it's like year-to-date spend, spend since, like it'll flag like the bag in like a different color for them. So they can see, they can filter your spend in different ways. It's interesting, right? And I don't know, like my old sales associate wouldn't do this like computer stuff in front of me. It was all very mysterious, but my current sales associate is just like scrolling on his phone, like right in front of me. So anyway, he's looking through and I'm about to like panic because I got an Evelyn, right, in Paris, and I thought he was gonna look at that, and I didn't know if like he'd be mad that I like shopped quite a bit in Paris or not. And as I'm watching him go through what I've bought and like from what métiers, guess what's not there? There is nothing there that I bought in Paris. So I can at least confirm in the Rodeo location that whatever you spend in Paris does not feed into their system yet. So that's a myth busted. You're welcome. It also makes sense because if you remember in my last video for Thanksgiving, when I opened up my Vermilion Evelyn, I was nervous that they weren't going to give it to me because the last thing I bought in Paris was another Evelyn. And I thought they were going to be like, you don't need that many, like this can go to someone else, right? Because there is sort of like this like resource management that Hermes is doing these days. And to my surprise, no one said anything. And when I bought that bag, my SA congratulated me saying, oh, it's your first Evelyn. And I wanted to be like, it's definitely not, but okay. And I thought maybe he hadn't seen the profile, but now I can confirm in everything I bought in Paris at the Sev store did not show up on my Rodeo profile. I also have a question 2.5 answer to this. So I got a question that was about, does spend in the airport show up in your customer profile? And the answer is no. So I have asked both my friend who was a former sales associate at Hermes and my current sales associate about that. And the airport Hermes system is just like, it's run by like a completely different company. It's kind of like an outsourced thing. So like those systems are not interconnected. So anything you buy at the airport is also fair game. So don't worry about that screwing up your relationship with your sales associate. If you want to go buy the thing, if you want to go wild at the airport because they have really good stock, you get it. Okay, question number 3 I've gotten a lot of is the waitlist back. I don't know if this person was asking like, is the waitlist back in terms of Quota Bags? But I can tell you the waitlist is back in a lot of other ways. Almost all items right now at the location that I shop at have like a hold list. So when something comes in, if you are not entered into the system as wanting that, then they'll go down the line and offer it to people who are on the waiting list, right? So those are all waitlisted. Any sort of like Evelyn, not the Evelyn minis, because those are more of like a doled out to sales associates and they can choose to give them to whoever they see fit. But like Evelyn larger sizes, those are waitlisted. Like certain jewelry items that are difficult to get, waitlisted. And also sales associates have like a limit of numbers of people they can waitlist, right? So like I think the most I've ever seen on my SA's phone has been like 10 people in a waitlist, and I think that's probably the cap. Because at that point, like, are they gonna get 10 of one item? Probably not. Limit the supply, increase the demand, you know. So that was the very roundabout way of saying it does seem like the waitlist is back. I don't think for specific bags. I think that is still like just at the discretion of your SA. But it does seem like put someone on a wait list for like a random item you used to be able to walk in to get, like that's definitely happening in almost all métiers at this point. I think you can go in and get certain jewelry items that are up for grabs. Watches, they don't have that problem unless it's like something that is like diamond encrusted, and I can't imagine the wait list for that is that long. But yeah, homeware items don't seem to have a wait list and are like grab as soon as you see them. But my advice to you is, if there's something that you want, like a shoe or like a specific jewelry item, something that's like a hot commodity, ask your SA like if there's like an open wait list for it and just see what they say. Because sometimes they'll just be like, oh, we don't have any, right? But maybe you want to know, okay, but can I wait and actually can I play the long game and get it? Are some coming? The next question I've gotten a lot is, if you are shopping with a sales associate that's in a different state as you, this is a US specific question, can they ship Quota Bags to you? And the answer is yes, they can. You can't, you know, for example, get something shipped to you from like Paris. Unfortunately, that's a situation where if you live in the United States and you want a bag in Paris, you gotta take your tushy to Paris and go get that bag. But let's say if I was building a profile and working with an SA in Las Vegas, they could, in theory, ship me a Quota Bag. That is up to the store manager's approval, but they can do it. So if you've got a robust profile with somebody elsewhere and you've moved, you've decided that's your main location, whatever the scenario is, as long as your profile is like consistent, managers will generally sign off on that. It's up to your SA to do the work and ask them. So if your SA is saying no, it probably means that either the manager prefers for people to be local for whatever reason, right? And so they're trying to not foster that sort of ease. Or your SA is trying to manage their relationship with their store manager because asking for too much maybe doesn't work in your favor to get more bags. I don't know. You guys know how the whole system works, but the politics there can be delicate. So it can be done, but who knows how easy it is to get approval from individual store managers. This next question is something people ask me a lot in the comments of my videos, and it's just, if I see something online, should I buy it? Is that spend going towards like my overall spend for my profile? And the answer is like, can the store see that you bought that stuff? Yes, it does link to your profile, but what it doesn't do is it doesn't give your SA any commission. That said, my answer is not as cut and dry as that. If there are items that are impossible to get in store because the wait list is closed, the amount that they get in is just ridiculously small. So for example, like a shoe that you're trying to get and you just can't get your hands on them because they're like liquid gold out here. If you see those puppies on the website, snag them. Your SA will not be mad, but you will have your shoes. That said, don't expect for that spend to really help you with your, quota bag, because while your SA will be able to see it, it's not incentivizing them or keeping you top of mind for them, right? It's like happening in a totally different lane. So yes, go for what you want if it's hard to get, but also like if it's something that maybe your SA could get you, see if you can work it that way before you resort to the online stuff, unless it's those really hot ticket items like rodeos are really hard to get in store. If you see that online, my SA has actually told me, because I'm on the hunt for a PM rodeo that it is has gold somewhere on it, because I think that would look really cute with Billy my Birkin. And he said, if you see it online, snatch it. So I said, okay, I will do that. But it's just something to think about, if you're doing the bulk of your spend online because it's easier, it's definitely not helping you. And hats off to you, because trying to get anything from that website is almost more difficult than trying to get anything from in store, because you put something in your cart, it disappears. You put something in, you cash out, and then surprise, the order was canceled. So hats off to you if that's been working for you anyway. All right, I think that was most of your top burning questions. If you've got any follow-up questions or anything else that you would like to throw into the comments bar below, please do, and I will do my best to get them answered. I'll do a part 3 if we need. And thanks for watching, everybody. Hit a little like or a subscribe if you've got it in you, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope I've been in focus this whole time. Can you imagine if I haven't been?